So I just filmed the entirety of this video. I had this cute little moment where my cat jumped up, and it was going to be a cute little shtick the entirety of the video. And she jumped on my laptop. She must have hit something, stopped all of my audio recording. No, don't step on my laptop. Oh no. Sweetie, oh my gosh. Oh no. Willow, what have you done? So we're doing it again. Oh, I think there's someone at my door. Coming. So I am just coming back from my maternity leave. I've taken some time away from the watch space, away from watch Instagram, away from making videos. And I wanted one of my first videos back to be about this topic, watch prices. And more specifically, about how the expense of a watch doesn't make it any more special. So while I've been taking a break from the watch space, spending more time with family, I've been taking stock on what watches I actually wear, what watches I actually choose in my daily life. I have a collection that is far too large with a lot of different models and price points. I have cheaper watches, more expensive watches. And when it is just me living my daily life, I don't seem to choose my more expensive pieces, but my more cheap and cheerful ones. My hands look huge. Oh my God. My hands are a normal proportional size. That is like not my angle. Remember me like this, not like this. I'm getting so distracted already. I seem to choose my more affordable watches over my expensive ones. But why? I'm not someone who babies my watches, especially if they're tool watches. I'm not afraid to wear my Daytona, my most expensive watch. I'm not afraid to get scratches on it. But over these past couple months, I've realized it's not the expense of a watch. It is not how complicated it is. If it's in precious metal or whatever, it's not how rare it is. Anything. It's not any of those things that makes a watch special. It is how it makes you feel, the way it sits on your wrist, its usefulness, and the memories attached to it. If that's not too wanky to say, but it's absolutely too wanky. I've got two watches that I want to talk about because I've been wearing them non-stop these past couple of months. And I think I would say they're my most special watches. My TAG Heuer F1 and my Rolex Oyster Perpetual. I am so sorry for talking about my F1 again. I know it's annoying. I know I'm talking about it too much, but I just can't stop. I love this watch so much. So I've been wearing this every single day since I bought it. I find the bezel useful for timing baby stuff. I love the 35mm on my smaller wrist, high legibility, but most importantly, it's just so nostalgic and it makes me feel like a kid in the 90s again. This is the watch I brought to the hospital when I was giving birth. It's the watch I wore out of the hospital after giving birth. There is no other possession in my life that occupies the space that this occupies for me. Absolutely nothing about this watch is premium. The bezel is plastic. The case has a blasted stainless steel. The bracelet feels cheap and flimsy. But dang it, do I love this watch. To further drive home this point, I've had days where I thought, let's give the F1 a rest. I've opened up my watch roll. I've looked at my watches sitting about. I've had my Cartier Santos sitting there and my Rolex Daytona. And I still choose my Formula 1 because it's the watch I would prefer to wear. Absolutely no one should be choosing an F1 over a Daytona. But here we are. This isn't to say expensive watches are crap. Don't even waste your time or your money with buying them. I absolutely do not think that. I think I'm going to make an entire video about this in the future. That's not this video. But I think those step ups in quality corresponding with price tag are worth it. If you can afford it. I can't, but because I run this YouTube channel, I have unique opportunities to be hands-on with expensive, amazing watches. And the difference in quality at different price points is noticeable. I would never say a Patek Philippe isn't worth its price, because I think it is, or an A Lunga Insona, even with the most contentious brand for watch nerds, Rolex. I think Rolex is completely worth its price in finishing, build quality, and attention to detail, especially in the wearing experience. I know defending Rolex is going to get me flamed in the comment section, and I'm ready for it, because I believe everything I'm saying. Come at me, Rolex haters. But just because a watch is good value or finished to a higher degree it doesn't make it any more special, if that makes sense. So yeah, there's the TAG, but then my Rolex Oyster Perpetual. This is a watch that gets me teased sometimes by men who are very secure in themselves, who call the Rolex Oyster Perpetual the Porsche Boxster of watches. Like that is supposed to be an insult. The current Boxster is freaking awesome. Okay, they do have it right that the Boxster is entry-level Porsche, and the Rolex Oyster Perpetual is also entry-level to Rolex. But they're trying to say it in an insulting way, and the Boxster, right now as it is freaking awesome. So you can't even get your car insults right. I feel like some people need a timeout from the internet. We can't ban them from commenting and stuff. I feel like they need a timeout just to think about what you said. Just think about it. I am calm. Anyways, the Oyster Perpetual is the entry level into Rolex. It is the cheapest Rolex one can buy, and it's kind of the only watch someone could ever need. Like if I had to sell everything and I could only keep one watch, it would be my Oyster Perpetual. Stainless steel, easy to dress up or down, 100 meters of water resistance, on-the-fly micro adjustments. It is probably the most boring watch that I own. There isn't a lot going on. Time only, baton indices. It is boring. But what is wrong with boring? The world is built on boring. There's something to say for the unsung heroes of a collection, and they're the boring watches. It isn't going to overpower you with awe, but it is so deeply satisfying to wear, and everything is exactly right. But this watch isn't special because it's boring. This was the first Rolex I ever had. Not in a million years did I ever think I would own a Rolex. If you had told me as a little girl growing up in rural Canada that one day I would own a Rolex, I would not believe you. I never thought I would own something as precious as this. And as much as internet knobs might try to belittle this watch, it is freaking awesome. This one holds irreplaceable memories for me. If you've been following my channel, you already know, but in 2023, I was in a pretty life-changing bicycle accident, and this is the watch I was wearing. And we were both lucky enough to have our tickers keep ticking afterwards. Big win for both me and the Oyster Perpetual. I feel like I should say real quick, I said the Oyster Perpetual is entry level, and sometimes this gets a bit of pushback, like how is a $5,000 watch entry level? But what I am saying is it's entry level Rolex. Every brand has an entry level, so a lower priced watch for them to get people into the brand. High-end brands like Patek Philippe have entry-level models. So I do understand that it's still very expensive. It's not entry-level into watch collecting. It's an entry-level into Rolex, if that makes sense, and helps clear anything up. Expense doesn't make a watch any more or less special. It's the joy certain watches bring, the way they sit on the wrist, and the memories we make wearing them. There's a certain magic in watches. There's a certain memorable factor about them. Like, I don't remember what I was wearing the day I got in my accident, but I remember what watch I was wearing. I don't think I remember what outfit I was wearing home from the hospital, but I remember what watch I was wearing. I don't know why timepieces occupy such a special place in my brain, but they're magic. Anyways, I've talked long enough. I'd love to know in those comments down below, what is your most special watch, or do you have a couple like me? I want to read all about them. Let me know. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you hated this video, give it a thumbs down. But thank you for watching all the way to the end, even though you hated every second of it. And now let's thank the gorgeous, fabulous, wonderful Pope tier patrons. Hello, patrons. Thank you so much for everything you do. Thank you, all tier patrons. You really keep this channel going. You keep the lights on here at Gringa HQ. And you really helped me through my maternity leave as well. So thank you so much, guys. The names, I want to say here, they might be on this side. The names here are the newest Pope tier patrons. You're gorgeous, amazing, fabulous. You're all gorgeous, amazing, fabulous. And I hope you have a great weekend. You've had a great weekend. It's Sunday today. Oh my gosh. I need to practice making videos again.